last series, and they'll go ahead and just snatch that up for themselves. And it's going to be the Lulu for the bottom lane. So not the most powerful when it comes down to that Fate's Call, but it can at least use it to get the Lulu out to safety. But maybe the toss in with the self-wild growth for a massive knock-up could be the play from Samsung. But for now, just going to be rather safe having those constant shields in on the Kalista to keep her safe.
It does end up being the Shen I alluded to when it comes to the tank matchup in top side. So a lot of globals here for KT. Not necessarily push priority in top, but push priority in mid lane to roam with the Gragas and ruin Zack's day. Usually Syndra is strongest when you have an early power spike jungler to allow her to set up for those kills. Zack doesn't usually represent that, especially if KT can hold down Ambition. So that's what I'm going to be looking for from KT. Focus onto the Zack. Focus onto shutting down the jungler from Samsung Galaxy. Also a note, guys, it is dynamic side selection again. KT came in as higher seed. They chose red side. They were choosing blue side up and didn't blow anything else. So what looks like aggression, maybe Ambition's the person they can pick.
Well, it's going to be a Let's Bounce coming through, followed up straight in with that grand entrance from Mata. Wild Growth comes down onto Ambition as he leaps away, keeping himself alive. But now Ruler and Core JJ are going to be in a spot of bother. Fate's Call comes through. They get the pop-up in onto Score, looking to take him down with everybody coming through. They will be able to do so. Ruler finds the first blood in the bottom lane. In the meantime, Crown just going to go ahead and start pushing. Very nice here for the side of Samsung, getting him fast-tracked. Almost has that Blade of the Rune King ready to go. As yet again, Ambition's going to get jumped on.
Doesn't have flash.
Still has the passive. We'll go ahead and use a stretching strike in. Smacking them together, but with Mata coming over the wall, he is almost certainly going to be dead. QV having no TP won't be able to delay this, so it's actually going to be a very swift answered kill over to the side of KT Rolster, and Pawn is going to be walking away with that.
Yeah, really good to see that from KT. They returned to the scene of the crime because they knew the summoners were down.
Ooh, Mata taking a lot of damage, but all of the dashes there from Rakan will take him out to safety.
And hadn't rushed the Ardent Sensor like we've seen other Rakan.
First step in the qualifier went 4-0 and 18.
Watch out here, Smeb. Could be solo kill.
He's gonna get popped up. Feast is there. He's dead. QV comes up with a solo kill, and this is something that we've known QV to be very good at as of late. He and Khan have been absolutely
established item complete.
Having those trades going pretty well for him. In the meantime, Ruler trying to trade this one back. Takes Mata very low. Ren stacks her in, but he can't quite get the spell off. In the meantime, TP coming through here from QV, looking to join in the fight. The Fate's Call gets drawn out. If they want to throw him back in, the answer is going to be no. Toss him to the side, and QV all in his lonesome up in the front. Look at the slow up to Righteous Glory, but that's about it. He's going to go down, so just kind of serving him up on a silver platter and allowing for Smeb to get a very strong push into that top lane.
It ends up being a 4v4. Smeb wasn't called down.
Sure they can't get locked down, having the taunts coming through from both Mata and Smeb. That'll help him out considerably. Not to mention the root from depth as well with the Blade Caller. Just trying to keep himself as safe as possible. As I said that, no, he cheats forward. Goes rather low, but the Wild Growth comes through. Trying to keep him alive as he trades back in onto Mata. Hasn't popped the Rend yet, but I think him rather low. Actually draws out the Stand United, but has he overstepped his bounds is going to be the question here, because there's a massive pinch coming through from Score and Pawn on the backside. Ambition going low. Fate's Call drawn out. Will go ahead and pop up the Gragas as they desperately try to get back in underneath the turret. Does so successfully, but Ruler will be taken down by the threaded volley coming out from Pawn now on the backside of the fight. Ambition trying to get out of here. Will be able to with that leap, but now this is just going to be the turret likely surrendered over to the side of KT, and they don't suffer a single loss.
And that's what a 5v4 looks like. No ability for QV to join. Samsung got too involved in trading.
Now still just going to be a few hundred gold separating. As it looks like KT might be trying to get that top tier 1 turret. It's already been pretty low. Now going to be sending Pawn and Score down the river instead. So just going to be grouping up around that mid lane where they nearly caught Ambition out. Now Engage coming through, grand entrance, and the Weaver's Wall going to be thrown down. Fate's Call used by Ruler, looking to get Core JJ out to safety. They throw him in, but Pawn is there to scoop up the kill. Now over the wall goes QV with the flash, but it gets popped back into it, and he is just going to get chipped down. The threaded volley, finding a double kill. Now Mata finding the entrance onto the back. Just goes in onto Ambition, but Crown turns that one around. At least finds an answering kill here for Samsung. But it's still just going to be a 3-for-1 in favor of KT, plus picking up that mid-tier 1 turret.
The timing of the engages is smart. They saw Crown wave clearing in top. He had removed himself from vision and then went to late wave clear. They had that knowledge. They knew he would not be able to roam to the mid lane.
Oh,
That's why he got so much damage in. Yeah, Ambition will just about be able to get up. I believe his cell division is available again. Yeah, confirmation there. The passive is up. From here it will be the World Championships, of course, hosted by Riot.
Weaver's Wall.
They got the Crown.
Throwing down that unleashed power, tries to kill Pawn, but the taunt comes through, and Crown is just in no man's land at this point. He will get jumped on. He will go down. Smeb finds the kill. That's going to be 8-3. just an overextension.
Knew they had pulled away. This is the arm wrestle here between KT and Samsung. If Samsung ever give it up, the game is likely to snowball out of control, and we might even see a fight.
That's going to go ahead and separate them here. Crown over the side, and Ambition, he's just going to get himself out of there with the lead. Now
excellent
pin back, double knockback, knocking Ambition in there. He gets the Let's Bounce, delivering 2 of them. They will pick up 1 as Cube gets the feast down onto Deft. 2 kills here for Samsung, now pushing through, looking for a little bit more. Ruptured down in onto Pawn, and he will fall, and suddenly Samsung are starting to turn things around.
Yeah, KT pushed in too aggressively. The fact that you can use the ultimate, the Let's Bounce, even through CC, kidnapped Deft, and actually now Samsung, off script, turns onto the Baron. And they have the Cho'Gath, no feast available for now, but it seems like Score's surrendering the Baron. There's no way for him to get vision.
Oh, and just like that, KT Roaster going way too aggressive. It looked good at the start, getting rid of ground, but the Let's Bounce delivering 2. Immediate focus coming through from Samsung pops him, and now they have the Baron. And just like that, they're right back into the...
Responsively with the Shen.
Gonna take a little bit of damage here. Seems like he'll be safe to get out in the meantime. Cube gonna get body slammed on. Throws down the Rupture, gets the pop up in on the Depth, delaying him as best as possible, but Smeb goes forward with the taunt, and they really just want to get rid of that Cho'Gath. He gets the feast down on the Depth, takes him low, but will not be able to get the kill. Ground wrapping around from the sides is going to be spotted out. Has to get out of here very swiftly. Move speed from the Scuttle Crab to help him out as Smeb comes over the wall with a blasting cone of Callista builds.
Forcing him to be out of position with his flash, heal, the Lulu dead. These are all the things that really lead to Ruler dying. It's so difficult for KT Rolls to pull off unless they're face-checking a Baron, but KT are actually the team forced to face-check. Samsung have control of the pit.
Yeah, they are starting this one up. Smeb has the Stand United available and is splitting down to the bottom lane.
You can't take any liberties. Remember, Feast and also the Rend available for Samsung.
Here's Wall booping Ruler and Cube back onto the other side. Ambition goes forward, looks for the grab there on the depth, but the Featherstorm keeps him safe. Smeb now arriving, and Samsung yet again starting up this Baron. Pawn's up above them. Be very careful about how they're going to approach this one. Mata not going to be finding anything. He's just going to get feasted right off the bat as Cube comes up with the first kill of the fight. Redemption comes down. It's a decent heal going through in onto the Cho'Gath. Now they're chasing it onto Pawn, looking to take him down. Ruler fiercely jumping in, finds the kill, but gets taken down swiftly thereafter by Depth. And now it's just all hell breaking loose as Cube tries to be a rock in the front of this team fight here for the remaining members of Samsung. He'll get the flash away from Depth, but that should be the Baron being conceded as Crown. Tries to play
You need to go quickly against all this Baron secure.
Got the orbs ready to go. Trying to get them out of here. Weaver's Wall, of course, not available here from Pawn. Now the Baron going rather low, will be rended out. Smeb arriving off the backside of that Stand Unite as the fight will break out here. Juve up in the front line, gonna get popped up. Goes low, seismic shove, bringing it back in. Ambition here, massive grab, just pulling them all in. Pawn going low as the feast comes through, and he's gonna be the first one that falls his crown. Claims the kill, Ambition flashing forward. Stretching strike, pulling them all in. Mata going low, tries to get his way out, has those Ren stacks, and just has to exit alongside Depth as the rest of KT scrambles. Smeb will go low, and one more hit might just take him down. But Cube, he's been rejoining the fight, comes back in with the TP, won't be able to find the rut.
No,
Haven't had a kill in quite some time. It's been 9-11 for the longest time now, but seems like we might be changing that rather soon. Massive kidnap coming through from the Let's Bounce there from Ambition. Still haven't found the kills yet. Smeb's so very tanky, and Cube, well, he's been massive on the Cho'Gath. Still be taken out. Depth finds the kill, and he didn't even get to use the feast in the fight. Now KT, this could be their opportunity to try to turn things around, if not for that dead inhibitor in the bottom lane.
Speaking up and down.
For the opening here. Featherstorm does come out and gets a double root from the Blade Caller there onto Cube and Ambition. But that might just be it. Slight stalemate here, but the Baron has respawned. The pings are coming through.
Draw a summoner out with that particular re-engage. Turn onto the Baron. This has been Samsung's happy place. They burn it down so insanely quickly. It's at 5,000 health. This is the closest KT have gotten to contesting it.
Weaver's Wall's coming through. Score's not going to be able to enter because the Ren does take that one out. And Ambition, he jumps in, but he's immediately going to get popped into the passive. KT can just try to finish him off. Yeah, TP will come through as they try to keep him alive. It's a shield coming in, and he hasn't died yet. Now Cube actually getting bumped into the front line of KT. Gets the feast down onto Pawn, but it's not enough to kill him. He won't receive the redemption heal, so he's still at low HP, but Depth is full. The score goes forward, but the juke comes through, and it's not going to be finding the body slam connection that he wanted.
Still flashes up on KT. The re-engage is on Achilles. This could change in a moment.
Goes in, he gets a pop-up on the pawn, but will not have the last bounce. Now they're going back forward. The body slam coming through.
Also low. He's dead.
He's going to get popped, but that's going to be a double kill going over to Crown, ripping them apart. Deft still alive, but he's going to fall right at the last second, and now Smeb will go down all on his lonesome. Just the one kill from KT over onto Samsung. That is going to be the ace complete, and that is going to be the game. We have broken the record. We're going to hit over 60 minutes here, and this is just game one. It's a best of 5. We could still go the distance.
It's going to be Samsung winning. Syndra, 6 items, no boots. The fight came to her. Everyone tunneled onto Roller, and Syndra blew away the opposition. Solo magic resist on the side of KT. This has been a war, and it's only game 1. Samsung Galaxy looking to return once again to Worlds. They made it to World Finals after upsetting KT Rolster. That's the sort of thing they want to revisit.
And picking up this win instills so much confidence here for Samsung. Had they lost with Ambition, who was their savior, versus the Afrika Freaks, you would have to have serious concerns for them in this best of 5 series. But picking up that game 1 victory, albeit a very arduous task for both of these teams, taking it over 60 minutes, the longest game we've had in summer, they're still able to walk away with the win. Now they just need 2 more to close this out and punch their ticket to Worlds.
This matchup was a bit of the sword and the shield. We know that KT is the proactive early game team, and with